Right, I need my drink on hand. That was amazing. What a lovely introduction. Thank you so much for that. And this is such an honour. And you know, when I do a workout live with 1 million people, I get more nervous doing this, so bear with me. I'm going to set my little timer because I haven't got notes, but I know I don't want to rabbit on too much, and you probably want to get to lunch now. Well, firstly, yeah, I'm super nervous. Oh, my heart's pounding. I cried last time I was here because it's something emotional and overwhelming about this, and especially when I picture myself as a kid and I see my brothers over there with me. I'm just super proud of myself. But firstly, I want to say to all of you that have graduated today, congratulations. You did it through a very difficult time, you know, to come through that and still focus and study and come out of it with a degree and a master's and a PhD is incredible. So congratulations to all of you for, you know, persevering with it through a difficult time. And I hope that some of my PE with Joe workouts got you through some of those days you were stressed and trying to study. And also, yeah, what an honour. Like, when I got the email, I thought it was a kind of, I always think it's a joke, I never really think these things are real, but someone said, hey, we want to honour you with a doctorate at St Mary's University, and I was like, wow, what an incredible achievement, what a wonderful thing to receive for something that, you know, as a kid, I wasn't supposed to amount to much, and people didn't have much expectation to me, so it is amazing to be here, and basically, like I said, I'm going to do it, I'm going to come. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was just, you know, I was the naughty kid. I was just given a label, and really it was just what was going on at home. It was really difficult for me. So to come into school and trying to be like a happy little kid and try and focus, I really struggled to focus. But, you know, I applied myself, and here I am. I've got a doctorate in sports science. So basically, I've got a lot of love for St Mary's because actually, when I was about 14 years old, St Mary's reached out to some local schools in the area. And they kind of were, you know, inviting, you know, young students to sort of come along and visit and just see what life would be like at university. And on that day, when I jumped on the minibus, I looked around. And it was all the naughtiest kids. It was the kids that were probably on a bad path. And I thought, why am I on this bus? Sorry. And anyway, I was like, yeah, I just thought it's the kids that were like from the difficult home life, that, you know, difficult backgrounds, and we were the kids that probably were going to take the wrong path. So I suppose it was to try and engage us in the thought of going to university, because it wasn't a concept I even knew of. Like, yeah, nobody in my family even probably. Right, it's out now. It's out, the emotion's out, I've let it out. I know, once it's out, it's done. Right, so yeah, I was like, I'm not going to go to university. There's no way I'm going to go to university. No one in my college, in my schools, even in my family's even gone to college. Anyway, I sat there that day, and I was on the way there, and I just thought, I'm going to have an open mind. And when I was there, I met the most wonderful people. There was a couple of Irish people really stuck out in my head who were studying to be PE teachers. And they were so happy. They had chosen to be, they'd come over from Ireland, they were studying at St Mary's. And I thought, what a lovely environment this looks like. It felt like a really lovely community, like a lovely, you know, an intimate kind of experience. It wasn't like this massive campus that was overwhelming. And I sat there, and on the way back to Epsom, I texted my mum and said, I'm going to come back here and do sports science. I'm going to become a PE teacher. I said that to her at 14 years old, and that's exactly what I did. I went to St Mary's, I got my degree in sports science, and I did 3 years. I loved every minute of it. And then when I finished, I went travelling, had a little bit of fun, travelled the world for a bit. When I came back, I got straight into it, and I went, right, I'm going to become a personal trainer. And that was when the real challenge started, because that's when the hard bit started. That's when you've actually got to like launch a business and grow a brand and market yourself. And you know, you might have heard the story on social media where I did turn up to many a boot camp, and there'd be nobody there. You know, it was just me with my flyers trying to get people to come along. And I think even back then to now, I have exactly the same ambition and mission, which is really just to get someone moving. It was either in a park, it was either at someone's house with a personal training session, or with YouTube and the Body Coach TV. Like, I was trying just to get people moving. And so I've been so focused on that mission. I've been so focused on that simple goal of, can I get someone today feeling good, moving, cooking a healthy recipe? That was all I intended with social media. So I imagine a lot of people in this room that are studying about the human body and the mind and coaching and teaching and everything you want to learn. You obviously have a similar passion for helping people. So just focus on that. When things get tough, and they will, job openings, you know, doors might get shut in your face. You might not get the job you want, or it might not happen as quick as you want with, you know, building, especially a personal training business. But don't give up, because when you break through that and you do get past that, and you start to do what you love, and you're actually helping people transform, either through, you know, physical or mental health, it's such a rewarding job that the most successful people I know are the ones that are truly purpose-driven, the ones that are actually doing something which they love every day. And I see that a lot in the fitness industry. So just remember that and pursue that and keep focused when things get tough, because it does get difficult. And I just hope that my story, my childhood and my story, hopefully it inspires you. It doesn't matter where you've come from or what you've been through. You can use all of that energy, that love, that empathy that you've got for people and channel it into your career, into helping people and, achieving great things. And I think with social media, with the world we live in, it's such a great time to be coming out of university with the skills and the knowledge you've got. You can combine that with social media and you can reach millions of people. Like PE with Joe, I went live that morning thinking there'd be a couple of 100,000 maybe in my head, and there was like millions of people. That's just the most amazing thing about this time we live in. You can really connect with people. If you have that ability, use that, really lean in on that. And I just want to say again, thank you to everyone that's here. I know it's been a long day and I think it's really hot, so I'm gonna leave it at that. There's one thing I want to end on, which I ended my last speech here where I burst into tears as well. It was that I live by 3 simple rules, which I've always had from a very young age, and that is work hard, have fun, and be nice. And when you do those 3 things, everything good comes and you have an amazing career. So best of luck to you all, and happy graduation day. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It was tough.